up, everybody? We got another day at Pueblo Motorsports Park. We're here with Randy, just trying to get his car sorted out. He put a wheelie sensor on it, so it's this laser sensor that measures the distance from the ground to wherever he has it mounted. So we're going to try to get that to work in there and give him a little bit more confidence on his passes so they can stay matted. That's one of his biggest issues, is he hasn't done a full pass where he's 100% throttle. So that's our biggest thing, is trying to get him to be comfortable enough to where he mats it. That way we can tune around to that. So we also, since he makes a lot of power per pound of boost, and we don't have a lot of boost to play with as far as the least amount of boost that he runs versus the highest amount of boost that he runs. So what we're gonna do instead is run a little bit more boost than we know will keep him from wheeling, and using a timing retard off of the button to control that power a little bit finer. So we're leaving him at a decently high RPM and a decent amount of boost ramping in quick, but then we're using a timing retard to neck that down. And then also, in case it still tries to wheelie, you know, 50 or like 100 feet out or something like that, that wheelie sensor is gonna come into play and retard a bunch of timing to get his wheels back down. So it's the first one, we'll see what it does.
But
no,
dude, did you see the 60 was still up there? Really just instant, just.
Yeah, I think it's too much RPM. I didn't feel what the track is like today.
Okay.
I didn't feel it at all. So we'll take away some RPM. We still should be able to use everything else.
Because dude, it just instantly just. Oh.
Yeah.
I tried to pedal.
Oh yeah, that was off the hit, so it was RPM.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Cool. We'll take a look. All right, so that one didn't go so good. The timing retard table that we used didn't activate for some reason, so it was too much RPM and too much boost. We got it working now, so we're gonna try it again.
Still pedaled it.
Yeah. It didn't seem like it spun, but you lifted.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely heard a chop. Yeah.
Oh. I thought I matted it.
Now let's look at the low. We'll turn you around quick. All right, so that one didn't do too good either. It ended up hitting boost cut. So like he got into it, left the trans brake, and it stood up really hard because it was, long story short, the duty cycle was too high because the launch control didn't build enough. So then it ramped up real high and he thought it was spinning, so he pedaled it and got back into it, but it hit boost cut, so it was just gate the rest of the way down. So made some changes, gonna try it again. Boost cut again, but that one was a little bit weird because it hit it when he was off the throttle. So like he went out, it started going up. When he was in the throttle, it was not at too high a boost. It didn't go to too high a boost until he was actually off the throttle. Hit boost cut when he was off the throttle, so when he got back into it, it was on gate the rest of the way. So we changed it up a little bit. One, it's gonna revert to wastegate if it goes over 18 pounds for more than a second. Then if it hits 20 pounds, it's gonna immediately revert to gate. So we gave him a little bit of cushion in case he does have to pedal it, but really he didn't have to pedal because it was not spinning. We're gonna give this one, he's gonna try to floor it, but if he does end up pedaling it, hopefully it's not going to hit boost cut. So that's the plan, hopefully it goes good. Track stopped right now, so I don't know what's going on, if they're checking it or what. Yeah, it gives us a little bit of time to go up there relaxed. We've been rushed all the time so far. Dropped a little bit of fluid in the right, so we're gonna do a single in the left. Track doesn't feel that great. Actually pretty terrible. So less than desirable burnout. So that was it for the track. It was kind of disappointing. We really struggled with the track. We know suspension settings and everything on that car. That thing usually, we've never seen it spin before. So then to have a full day of the car spinning is just, I mean, it's pretty disappointing because the one problem we were having was getting wheelies. And so he bought this cool laser sensor to try to fix the wheelie, and the surface was just, it was so bad that we couldn't even get it to wheelie. So we couldn't even sort out the sensor that we put on there. So I put something in, I put a table in there, which I think was going to do pretty well. You know, bring down the wheelie, but not, you know, really kill the motor, to actually slow it down. Should be gentler than a pedal, but, you know, abrupt enough obviously to calm it down if it decides to completely overpower. The race that he was testing for actually got rained out, so we'll have more time to test and, you know, get that sensor working right, get some data on it. But I think the guess is going to be pretty good, so I don't know, we'll see. I'd really like to play with it a little bit more, so next time he goes out, hopefully it's a decent track and we can really get some good testing in on it. Obviously that was a little bit unsatisfying, so I decided to take another quick trip down to Mexico. So here's that footage. Back out in Mexico, the 240 that was in the previous video, he put nitrous on it so he can come up on the converter better, so trying it out now, see how it does. built a little bit too much boost on that one.
Yeah, I did. Spun a little more than last time.
Yeah, and that was lower RPM. He was supposed to lower the RPM but build the same boost. That sounded like more.
Yeah.
Too many variables. Pleased with the way the 240 turned out. Using the nitrous to get up onto the converter, it's now like a normal car. So we can start actually testing, you know, what RPM to launch at, suspension settings, you know, what boost to launch at, all of that stuff. Previously, he wasn't really able to do anything but go 10 seconds on the converter and leave with RPM and no boost whatsoever. So it was really difficult. Wasn't really competitive. Now with the nitrous setup, it's definitely workable. So all he's got to do is put a little bit of some testing time into it, and it'll be good in no time. Hopefully, eventually, he'll get a converter that actually works for his setup, so that he doesn't need the nitrous. It's a pain in the ass to worry about bottle pressure, and it's a pain in the ass to go and fill the bottle, even though he's got a 15-pound bottle in there, and he's barely using any nitrous to get up on the converter. So it won't be a huge deal. It's not going to run out very quickly, but it's just nice to have a proper converter setup in there so that you don't have to have nitrous. Plus, there are some classes that don't allow dual power adders, even if one of them is only to get up on the converter. So it saves them from that problem as well. But anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and hopefully I have some more updates for you coming soon. We're going to start working on the truck to get that thing fixed, hopefully sooner than later. And yeah, we'll see what happens this coming weekend. Don't forget to comment. Let me know how you liked the video. Let me know what you want to see coming up. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.